I looked out the window the other day in my backyard in my garden, and I saw a huge rat, big rat. And I went in my garden, I looked at my tomatoes, and the thing had eaten like every tomato that was a foot off the ground or less. And I was so mad about it. And I text Phil. I said, so I saw a rat in my garden a week ago. I figured out that it was eating my tomatoes. So I put a rat trap out there and caught the rat while I was walking back towards my house. Caught him immediately.
Wow.
Phil goes,
yeah.
Phil's text message back made me laugh so hard. He goes, son of a gun. We have a rat in our basement. Then there's a pause and he texts me. He goes, rat friends. Fucking floored me, dude. I'm at work laughing. I laughed so fucking hard.
Welcome to the false lies, where the conversations rise. Phil, Kyle, Tyler, Paul.
Welcome to Full Size Podcast. Thanks for downloading, listening, streaming, whatever you want to say.
Miss you guys. I haven't seen you in a little while. How you doing? All right?
How you doing?
Everybody all right? Yeah.
Everybody good?
Fuck you guys.
What the fuck?
Hey, don't bother me in MySpace.
In your space? Yes, we are going to talk about MySpace eventually.
Nice job.
Before we do that,
Christ, just
PJ just like clocked himself with his microphone, laughing at something.
dad jokes.
Yeah, dad jokes. That was good.
Oh yeah, we'll have to practice dad jokes.
We'll have
for me.
to-
Maybe,
well,
maybe we
yeah.
can do that after the MySpace talk. That's a good idea.
Dude,
Do you have dad? Do you guys have dad jokes?
I
You
know
gotta look
one.
them up.
I
got
only
him.
have one that I go to.
I have a couple, but they're
on,
not
man.
really.
I got some.
Well, I'm a soon-to-be dad. Literally in like 2 weeks.
I was working
as
on
of, as of this recording right now. So by the time this episode comes out, actually, I will be a dad. That's
Yeah.
nuts to think about. Holy crap!
Wow.
Oh my God, there will be a baby in the world.
Baby.
Under my name.
Baby.
under my name.
So wait a second. Hold on.
When this episode is out, how's that going, Tyler? How's sleep? Not sleepy.
Are we gonna have to find a new location for?
Oh, it depends. We might.
Yeah.
Or we might not. We might be okay because she's on the other end of the house, and
Sure.
yeah, the other end of
we're
the
not
estate.
that loud. We're not that loud. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it
Yeah.
goes.
We
might have
all
some-
rotate, take care.
She'll be the fifth mic.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
She'll
shit.
be the fifth mic. Yeah.
Good.
We do whatever that game is where you do over and under, and the person just runs.
How about when she gets
Hot
older and
potato?
she's a toddler, we do toddler theater with her.
Perfect. Ready.
Oh.
Have her remember that on
yes.
Preston and Steve,
I'm
where they
into
read
that.
movie lines at the toddler?
But we'll have ChatGPT.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yeah. So, before what?
I was answering your question before you moved on.
I'm sorry, I forgot what my question was.
Never mind. Never mind.
That's okay. Well, oh, dad jokes.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I was working on an app to help insects work out, but I need to work all the bugs out first.
That's
All
good.
right.
How does NASA get ready for a party?
They plan it.
Yeah, I said that 3 times.
That's pretty funny.
It's ingrained in my
It's
head.
the only one I know. Yeah.
My friend was a ghost, and his dad transitioned to a female ghost, so he had a transparent. And I thought that was funny.
So that means you could see.
It took me a second.
Yeah.
That one was a little out there, but you
Yeah,
got it. It
it's
was
just-
okay. That was all right. That was all right.
It's okay.
So something that I wanted to do because I had a hard time figuring out what we wanted to talk about today. So I have a handful of little things, and we'll talk into the
So
main.
Sounds like you had a
grab
hard
bag.
time.
Tyler
I did.
didn't know what the
Hard time,
Oakland
but
A's
a fun
were.
time.
You know, because I just all baby mode, baby mode right now, baby mode. Baby mode right now, and it's just I have piles of stuff in the basement down here right now of baby stuff, and just it's all on the way here. Court stopped work now; she's all done working, and it's here, and it's all I'm thinking about. So I had a hard time. But what we used to do on the show long ago was we used to just grab a couple of topics that are current and chat about them
Rip
for a
them up.
couple minutes. So
Let's take a look at what's trending on Full Slice
Oh.
Podcast.
Wow, we haven't done this in a while. Wow.
Redbox shutting down. The digital age of movie watching claimed yet another victim in its years-long fight for viewership domination. Okay, Redbox, the once beloved movie rental kiosk and rival of video store Blockbuster, is shutting down after its parent company filed for bankruptcy.
Hold on a second.
Dang.
Is it 2015?
Honestly, I said the same thing. It's like, how did they make it this far?
They're in the hole for 10 mil. Right?
What? Wow. Yeah, it's in here somewhere.
They filed for bankruptcy. I think they're in the hole for 10 mil.
I knew one Redbox. It was at the CVS in New Egypt.
Oh, dude, there's Redbox everywhere.
I never.
7-Elevens, like all that shit.
Walgreens,
Acme's,
yeah.
Walgreens, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it was huge. For the longest time, and I was like, wow, this is really awesome. And then
You could use a gift card and just buy the DVD.
Then we had Netflix streaming, and that killed Redbox.
That was it, and that was it.
And honestly, I'm actually surprised that they're now done.
I know that it took this long.
Like
it should have been gone 20 years ago or 5 years ago.
10 years ago.
10 years ago.
10 years ago, it should have been going. It says here the Chapter 11 reorganization filings on June 28th. The parent company listed $970 million in total debts and consolidated assets of $414 million.
Yeah, you were off by $960 million.
As
that's
of
all.
March of this year.
I was going to say $100 million, but yeah.
Redbox's 24,000 rental kiosks will be closed as the company moves to liquidate assets. Redbox saw an annual revenue of $1.97 billion at its height in 2013.
Wow.
And once had 43,000 kiosks in the U.S. and Canada. I remember getting from Redbox.
So all the time.
Yeah.
You need to get a Redbox. So you
get one.
You have a lot. You have a lot of physical media.
Hey, that would be such a cool thing to do. It would be like a video jukebox.
Yeah,
That would actually be awesome. It's almost like having the
Get a
Ghostbusters,
Redbox.
like a Ghostbusters containment unit in your
Be
basement.
like a video vending
Dude,
machine.
I bet you might be able to find one of those.
That would be so
and,
cool.
and probably get
That's
it
right
cheap.
up your alley.
Like not here. Oh, maybe right there.
Right there where the VHS tapes are.
Yeah.
If there's a VHS vending machine, I'm sure there was somewhere in the world in
Do
the
you have a
80s.
larger DVD collection?
I do.
Yeah.
And I would look to expand it because we've talked about it before, but I don't mind going back to physical media for things and watching DVDs.
Yeah.
As we watch the DVD logo bounce
I
behind us.
allegedly used to rip movies.
Allegedly.
And then burn them onto DVDs.
Yeah, you know what? I was saying for a while that I was pirating stuff and using VPNs to help so that your ISP, your internet service provider, can't see what you're doing and throttle you and eventually send you cease and desist letters.
Yeah.
Well, I can't do that with my setup that I had for IPTV. I wasn't able to use VPN, and they started throttling. So I had to nix that one, bite the bullet, and get actual television because I do watch actual television.
I just ripped from Redbox. I had
That's such a smart idea. Yeah.
Reader. You read
Yeah.
and write. Yeah.
You know, so
I would do that.
actually,
I would totally do that.
allegedly did that.
No,
I would do that.
I'll tell you, going back in the 90s, right?
Oh.
Do you remember, like, back there was, like, the original PlayStation?
Yeah.
And there was a data port on the back of it.
Yeah.
And that's where you would plug in Game Shark, where you put on all your cheat codes. My friend's
my
dad
God, I
found
forgot
this
about that.
one that allowed you, because we used to go to like Blockbuster, rent a video game, be able to rip the CD and burn the CD, and that would actually decode it and allow you to play the rip CD.
Yeah.
I've done that before, but isn't there something you have to do where you put a real CD in to get it to bypass the check, and then you swap it with the copy DVD or
That
something like
actually
that?
may have been part of the protocol.
I think it was because
think so.
because part of PlayStation's boot was to check the copyright. So you put in a
Yeah.
real disc, swap it real quick with the fake. We used to do that to play Crash Bandicoot 1.
Well,
because we
no.
never bought it.
I think that's what the chip did. I think the chip,
bypass that step.
yeah, because you used to be able to have it, and you actually used to be able to switch it on and off like a Game Shark. It was crazy.
Game
So,
Shark was awesome.
In addition to losing all of those
Leaving,
In
loving.
addition to losing all of those machines, they also leave 1,033 employees jobless, and they also haven't been paid in weeks.
How many? Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa.
1,033?
1,033 of employees are jobless.
How
and
do
the
you-
workers
how do they
won't
have that many
receive-
people?
They also won't receive any severance or extended benefits.
Yeah, I would be pissed too.
Yeah,
but
dude.
at the same time, why did they have employees?
1,000 people are about
What
to
did they
lose their
do?
jobs, and they're not even going to be
Like,
paid. Well, I mean, up
Tech
until
support?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, up until recently, you had tech support, you had fulfillment.
Billing.
Yeah, you had
Yeah.
fulfillment. People
Yeah.
going to place,
Yeah.
putting new
Yeah.
movies in there.
How many people? 100 something?
1,333.
1,000?
36.
1,033 people are jobless now because they're
24,000
completely closing
locations.
Redbox.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've
Yeah.
rented from it from a couple times. It's fine, and then you go back to Acme and pop it back in when you're done or whatever, and
Yeah.
then it was fine. But
we used to see how many we could get out and then get back in one night.
was there any late fee for Redbox?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was. Oh, if you were, so it would charge you $1 a day, right, up until 10 days, and then they would charge you the whole
Cost
the
of the
whole
movie?
cost of the DVD
And
or
how
Blu-ray.
long was your rental period? I don't remember.
It's however
I'm
long
trying
you
to
wanted
find
it.
Oh,
that.
you pay, and that
Yeah, I
changed
th-
to
yeah.
you could choose and pay more to
Yeah.
have a longer
But
period.
the amount that they charged you for was like the full MSRP. So it was like $50 for a movie.
Yeah.
Just,
Wow,
Was
okay.
not- was not-
despite like going to like Walmart or Best Buy where you can buy it for like $20 or $15. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
they,
that's
they,
nuts.
they raked you over the coals.
The website's down. There's nothing available for rental, obviously.
Yeah.
So there's nothing there.
Their Instagram's still active with 825,000 or 27,000.
You should ask them if you can be a
So this was-
sponsor.
Yeah.
So this is effectively the last nationwide physical media rental service gone.
Nationwide, yeah, because
Yeah.
there is the
You
last
guys are
Blockbuster
so on
in
top
Bend,
of
Oregon.
this. Let's have
And
you
there's
as a
Video
sponsor.
Express in our town here. They're still
Oh,
around.
really?
Yeah, there's a Video,
There's a
Video
video-
Express next to Sunlock Gardens.
Really?
It's still there.
Yeah, they still rent.
Mostly video games at this point. I buy all my
I-
video games from them, but you could still rent movies too.
See, I was thinking about this. I'm like, there would be. You have to do it right. Like,
Yeah.
You could. I think you should be able to rent. Like, you have a rental house, and you do video games, movies, whatnot. But I think you got to add extra things. Like, you got to have like arcade machines. You got to maybe serve, some kind of like snacks or whatever.
Yeah, what about a place that did pizza
Make
as
like
well
a-
or something?
yeah.
Like a pizza place that
Facilitate
also
events.
had
Like,
some...
facilitate events, do screenings, like do kind of fun stuff like that.
Yeah, for like the
Because-
movie enthusiasts.
Yes, because
Haven.
that was a big thing in the early '90s or late '80s, early '90s. Filmmakers would go hang out at video rental places, and they would start talking about movies and whatnot. And then, like Quentin Tarantino famously worked at a rental place. Kevin Smith.
That's what. Yeah, if you're passionate about it, that's where you go to see your like-minded
Yeah.
people. Just like people go to comic book stores to
Right.
talk.
Yes,
to talk
100%.
comics.
Right.
Same things.
Yeah,
So-
they're flopped. They're done. I
And,
wonder what they're gonna do with all that media.
Yeah, what are they gonna do with all the DVDs, man?
They're probably going to
Good
get
will.
liquidated.
Goodwill.
Yeah,
They either get
They'll toss them, yeah.
or they get thrown into secondhand places. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
Well, because they had those weird
so
cases
I'll
that were
find
made
them.
for the vending machine. It wasn't retail
Yep.
cases, so they'll
Yeah.
probably just chuck them.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's a
I
shame.
think
That's
we should
insane.
hop
Chuck
on.
that too.
It's like the fashion. you're
Flew a lot farther than I thought
let's
it
see
would.
what's
that was
on
like a
eBay
prime
for Redbox.
night show host.
I was yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Let's take a look at what's trending on Full Slice Podcast.
I meant to just have. I used to have just the sound effect as the transition to the next thing, but I'll fix
48 Redbox DVD bundle for $20.
that. Wow.
What, you buy them?
Yeah, they're
Full
selling
Slice
out.
Podcast.
Next, Shrek 5. Did you guys see that?
No.
Wait, what?
DreamWorks Animation has announced that Shrek 5 is officially in development with a far, far away release of July 1st, 2026.
Can we all get Shrek Crocs?
Yo, I want Crocs.
He won't
I
wear 'em.
want Crocs. It's on my birthday list. I want Crocs. They're just perfect for this time of year. I want them.
As you get older, they're perfect.
Nope. Let me tell you. As you get older,
Grass mowing Crocs.
the Sketcher,
The slip-on Sketcher.
Hey.
slip-on Sketcher.
Yeah,
So
I hear
comfy.
ya.
Your bottom?
Goodyear bottom.
You find
So
you find what you
comfortable.
love.
Slip on, slip off.
Excellent.
Love the soul you're with.
that their
Original
phrase?
Shrek stars. Yeah, no, it's a song.
Oh.
Original Shrek stars Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, and Cameron Diaz are all confirmed to return as well. Actually, Murphy let it slip in June that he had already begun voicing recordings for the film and will do a Donkey spin-off movie as well. Which is
Yeah, I saw that.
Interesting.
Which I love the original Shrek. I think it was
Has-
a great movie.
Has
So-
anybody
Shrek one's
watched?
a masterpiece.
Has anybody
Yes.
watched Axel F
I'm
yet?
25 minutes in.
You're 25 minutes in.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't watched it yet.
I left right. That's what I was.
You were
doing.
watching before you got here?
What
my
is that?
printer wasn't fucking working.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Okay.
The newest
This
continuation.
is like It's,
Oh.
It's like what 20 years after,
Yeah.
or maybe 30 years after Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt's the new character.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
speaking of Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I like
Shrek,
Jamil.
I would like to see, and you know what you're not going to get in that movie?
Chris Farley.
That and also a Smash Mouth song.
Oh.
Rest in peace.
But, it's
Steve?
funny you say that because
Yeah.
DreamWorks posted on their Instagram a little 5 with Shrek ears on it, and All Star was playing in the background. so it's
they're
interesting
just
that they
gonna
did that.
Play that again.
Which
They
it's
can
funny
probably get
because
it cheaper now.
It's become synonymous. It's become synonymous with
Yeah.
Shrek. Is that
they
song?
could probably have
It has.
T Swizzy do something
Yeah.
that, like in
It'll be
that
something like that.
All-Star.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
What was that picture?
When you look back on those vocal performances, they're awesome. And wait, this guy here, he said the Shrek franchise released 4 feature films between 2001 and 2010. The original Shrek turned DreamWorks Animation into a powerhouse studio with 487 million worldwide gross.
yeah, did that blow them up, or was it like?
And then
No,
Shrek 2 got
think that-
928 million.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, I think Trek was like that vessel that launched
Yeah.
them into. Then they were able to do things like Despicable Me.
Yeah, it spread to Illumination.
Minions.
Yeah, that's what DreamWorks made Illumination. And went to there. Yeah,
Illumination.
So when you look back on those vocal performances, they were awesome. And while you certainly could make a case for a complete reinvention, I find myself responding to my own nostalgic feelings of wanting to go back to those characters. Oh, this was the director saying this. The challenge for us is that we got to find something that's different, but not the same.
Fresh.
Like, you got to come something fresh. Yeah, exactly.
Now, have you guys ever listened to Chris Farley doing the original Shrek lines?
Yeah, it's bizarre, man.
It's very bizarre. It's a totally different character.
Cool.
What was mostly eye-opening for me was how early along they had to start production of Shrek in order for it. That was like 95 or something.
That's what's wild.
That's crazy.
Back in the day, it took so long to make animated movies.
Steve Martin was the original voice of Donkey too. That was crazy.
Steve Martin was the original voice of Donkey.
Yeah.
That's so boring.
Is it though? Steve Martin's great.
Shrek was like, you want to hurt me? Go
Donkey,
ahead.
you have layers. Ogres have layers. Like it just would have been a dude talking. It wouldn't.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy makes that voice.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
I can't believe you're bringing that up, Drake.
Yeah, exactly. So
How about a cake? Cake's got layers.
I just I know, and Court loves Shrek too, so she's excited to see it. But I just think it's a great movie. I think they're all good movies.
Yeah.
I've liked them all. It was a weird
liked the
space,
last,
the fairy
Puss in
tale
Boots.
space.
I didn't watch 4, I don't think.
Oh, the Puss in Boots movie I never watched either. Did you like it?
I didn't watch
It's
that
good?
either.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
It gets dark.
Antonio
It gets
Banderas.
super dark at the end.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Huh.
Yeah, like the big bad and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was about to spoil it.
Yeah.
He eats the head off of
You know
a-
what was? Sorry, no. Kung Fu Panda 4 was good too.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Animation movie suggestions with Philip.
Yeah.
I've only watched Kung Fu Panda. That was it.
Oh, dude, that's my
Wait.
jam.
Yeah.
Tyler, can I have the
Yeah.
reins for
Kung Fu
1
Panda
second?
DreamWorks
I have no idea why. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Phil.
Yeah, they've got a lot of hits.
They do.
All right, so Phil. All right, here we go.
Compose yourself, Kyle.
Yeah, what's the matter, Kyle? What's
So
the matter?
I looked out the window the other day in my backyard, in my garden, and I saw a huge rat, big rat. And I went in my garden, I looked at my tomatoes, and the thing had eaten like every tomato that was a foot off the ground or less. And I was so mad about it. And I text Phil. I said, so I saw a rat in my garden a week ago. I figured out that it was eating my tomatoes. So I put a rat trap out there and caught the rat while I was walking back towards my house. Caught him immediately.
Wow.
Phil goes,
Yeah.
Phil's text message back made me laugh so hard. He goes, "Phew, son of a gun. We have a rat in our basement." Then there's a pause and he texts me. He goes, "Rat friends." Fucking flew at me, dude. I'm at work laughing. I laughed so fucking hard.
My sister has a rat problem too.
And where?
They're everywhere.
In her house?
At
or
her house.
or
they're-
outside in
They're
the yard?
killing her chickens.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's a big rat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had him in my backyard too. We've caught him this big.
The thing was a fucking
From the
foot long.
sewers.
Yes.
From the sewers.
And
That's
you know,
all
what's-
this.
and you know what's crazy
Rat
too?
friends.
They also on their trail cam they saw like
We're all
a pretty
rat friends.
decently sized fox.
Oh,
That
I've
kills
seen
chickens
foxes
too, but-
around here. Yeah,
And-
forget it.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I'm setting up in the field to shoot this the video. This fucking coyote just hanging out in the back, and he sees me, and I'm like, "Oh, you motherfucker! I don't have time to go in the house and go strap up."
Yeah.
And then he ran off. So I'm like, "Ooh."
Yeah, you know what happened to me is I don't know if you've ever
Wily
seen where I
coyote.
work. The hospital I work at has a nice big trail in the front of the building, so I'll go out there regularly on walk on my work, on my break. I mean, and yeah, a coyote shot right out of the field and walked right across in front of me and kept walking.
I think
Middle of the day.
I
Scared the shit out of me.
because I live around the corner from there, and I'm pretty sure
I wasn't ready for that.
Those coyotes, like they stay in there because they're safe.
Yeah, it was like a gray dog or something. It looked like
Yep.
right, really skinny, and he had
Yeah.
had something in his mouth. He caught. He was prancing. He was in a good
Yeah.
mood. He wasn't interested in me, but I was like, "Holy shit!"
But thank you for that, Phil. That was
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
incredibly
good.
funny.
Good
That
stuff.
is.
Rat friends.
I have one
We're all
more
rat
for
friends.
what's trending, and then we'll move on to our main story.
Yeah.
There you go. There's the one I was looking for, and then it would cut here. That's what I meant to cut it to. Anyway, lawsuit filed here. We got a lawsuit. Was filed Thursday against Hershey, Walgreens, and several others in the case of a Massachusetts teen who died after he participated in the in a spicy tortilla chip challenge that was widely promoted on social media.
Tyler?
Wait, hold on a second.
How was Walgreens and Hershey involved?
It was a little bit ago. This isn't that recent. What's news?
Oh,
What's news is that there's a lawsuit.
The lawsuit is out now. Okay.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
his name was Harris Waloba, a 10th grader
Pussy.
from the city of Worcester.
Hershey probably owns the company that made the
Wait, that's the kid that
Pocky
died,
chip.
or the guy that's filing the lawsuit?
This is the guy, Harris Wobble, a 10th grader from the city
He
of
died?
Worcester, died September 1st,
Oh, he's not a pussy, I'm
2023, after eating the Pocky chip. That's why I was laughing. He goes, pussy, pussy.
No, I meant the person that was the person that's filing the lawsuit, not the kid that died. Fuck! Edit that.
I'll be fine. You'll be fine. After eating the Pocky chip as part of the
you'll
manufacturer's
be fine.
Because I called a dead 10th grader a pussy. I didn't mean that. I meant it said a lawsuit was filed. I'm like, pussy. Like, who's gonna sue somebody over something spicy?
Get us the views.
You want to know something? He was a pussy, and I'm gonna stand by it.
Here you go. After eating the Pocky chip as part of the manufacturer's one-chip challenge, an autopsy found Wobbler died after eating a large quantity of the chili pepper extract and also had a congenital heart defect.
There's a
Okay?
lot of chips here. What should we
So
do?
that's why
Again.
it was the heart attack.
Only the strong survive.
Yeah.
Yeah, if a lion breaks its leg, they don't make a
Says,
circle and sing around it. They fucking the squirrel can't find a nut, he dies.
Circle of life.
Harris died of cardiopulmonary arrest in the setting of recent indigestion of food substance with high capsaicin concentration, according to an autopsy. The autopsy also said Harris had cardiomegaly. Cardiomegaly meaning
was
an
half
enlarged
transformer.
heart.
He was
had
a
an enlarged
transformer,
heart.
actually.
Okay. Chef, who is the lawyer
children?
following the lawsuit, he said that the parties created a perfect storm that led to Wobbler's death. That included Pocky producing the spicy chip. How's it going, kids? Bad. Why bad?
Because you're dead.
Because you're dead. Including Pocky. Okay, they said they created a perfect storm that led to this kid's death that included Pocky producing the spicy chip and encouraging people to post videos of themselves eating the chip on social media, while the lawsuit alleged Walgreens sold the poisonous chip to children.
So
Isn't it
Hershey-
clear that these defendants knew full well that this chip was unreasonably dangerous? And isn't that an obvious marketing campaign designed to attack kids to that very danger? Yes, but didn't it say for
When
adults
we-
only?
It has so many warnings.
Yeah.
about
He
it.
did
It does.
Yeah.
Biggest regret of my life was eating that fucking chip the day before a road trip.
I thought the biggest regret of your life was getting drunk on Cutwater before an episode.
Oh, that was bad too.
Yeah.
Coincide with one another. Go ahead. Good.
And you brought up a lot of
Good
things
point.
about Anne Frank. No.
They
Did
are
Hide and seek champ.
No, you don't. Oh, my.
hide and seek. chip.
Sorry.
I missed something. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Well,
I'm so out of the loop.
I don't
I hate it.
condone the message. I love the spirit of
I'm
the
so
joke.
angry. I missed. Can you explain
Dad joke. PJ mentioned Anne Frank, and I said hide and seek champ.
hide and seek champ?
No, but
So
but
here's what Pocky said. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You finish
my
what you're saying.
question is like, did the kid know he had heart problems?
No.
No kid knows they have heart
No.
problems.
So it's just unfortunate.
Okay, so the
Right?
kid doesn't know he has heart problems. So the parents didn't take him to get like physicals and shit.
I mean,
like
if he
that?
didn't show any symptoms, why would they?
Dude, these kids
Well,
on
because
bikes.
you get a physical every year, even as a kid,
Do you?
because you have to get your shots, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But
Yeah,
I mean, you don't do
they
a
take
stress.
Tyler to
You
the
don't do
vet.
like a stress test.
It's basic physical.
Right. So
Yeah, I
anyway,
guess.
Pocky
Okay.
said the.
All right.
Oh,
I just
which
think
is
it's
owned by
grief.
Hershey.
It's
You're right.
the parents' grief.
Yes, 100%.
Grasping at straws.
It is a Texas-based subsidiary of the Hershey Company, like you said.
Yeah.
Expressed their
Wow.
sadness about the death, but
Good
also
call.
cited that chip's clear and prominent labeling highlighting that the product was not for children or anyone sensitive to spicy foods with underlying health conditions.
For sure.
So they say that. It's just the kid was ill-informed.
Yeah.
The family was ill-informed on
Listen,
his
I'm going to
condition.
victim shame all day right here.
Huh.
You
It's
should have
like-
been wearing that dress.
I got. Oh my god.
Man.
I gotta. So like, even with
I'm out. I'm done.
whatchamacallit?
I'm out.
All right, Ric Flair.
Disassociate.
Yeah. So I need to take a. What's it called?
Potty break?
No, probiotic. What is it?
Tablespoon of castor
antibiotic
oil?
before any dental procedure. If I don't take it
Oh.
and I get sick, I can't sue anyone because I know this fact.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
So it's like-
yeah,
it's like-
exactly.
yeah.
Right.
Same thing. So it's
Yeah.
just unfortunate,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was the Pocky one chip challenge. It was right where you take a video
Yep.
of yourself eating the one
We
chip
did it.
whole.
We did it on the
and,
podcast.
and going as long as you can without
Oh.
getting any milk or
not
water or
doing
something
that
like
with you.
that.
Don't, dude, don't. I'll never do it again. I shit
Did
in
you do
every
it, Tyler?
stupid grocery store in upstate New York.
No.
Every single rest
We did
stop.
it on this podcast. He did it, and he was like, "This is fine. This is good."
Yeah.
And then he goes, stop the podcast. I have to go. And he didn't know what to do. And he was like eating cheese and milk forever. And
That's so violently sick. We left
Yeah.
the next morning. I crapped at like 15 grocery stores.
Was the burning inside the mouth as well, or is it just every?
It was so if you have something really hot, your body almost goes into this phase. They call it that high, like the high.
the
Your
endorphins
body,
show up,
your
right?
body is literally fighting itself, thinking it's dying.
Yeah, whatchamacallit brought that up.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony Cumia?
yeah.
Cumia.
Anthony Cumia is from Opie and Anthony, not him. Anthony Miranda. And what the Pocky chip, the reason that's a problem is you actually have to digest that. There's a long process in your body, whereas capsaicin oil can dissipate very quickly, and you get that burn, you get the high, and it goes away soon. But with the chip, just like eating a fucking raw pepper pod, it stays in your system, and it's hot the whole ride, and
You
it's
get
just
cap cramps.
big time. I was
Oh,
I was
yeah, yeah, yeah.
convulsing. It was horrific.
Yeah.
Oof.
And
Yeah.
like,
But I still wouldn't sue him because I ate it myself. I wouldn't.
Anthony said that can last up to like 18 hours or
If you
whatever that
eat
is.
pods direct, if you eat a plate of pods, yeah.
Yeah.
God, I
Do
would
people
never.
do that?
Yeah, Mike
yeah.
Jack's gonna do it at the Philadelphia Hot Sauce Festival.
Hey,
God,
there
you're a
you
priest?
go. So
Yeah,
An old priest
I'm
and a
here.
young
I am.
priest. Yeah, he's gonna try to break his own record.
Do you have? Never mind.
I do.
I don't
I have
know,
credentials.
I mean-
I'm a priest. Yeah.
No, I mean like sign off
no, you're
liability.
not. You're
I
you're
am
an
a-
officiant or whatever it is.
I'm a priest of the church, the Ministry
No.
Life Church. Yeah.
You're
not a priest.
What day of the hot sauce festival is he doing that?
Saturday or Sunday. You'll have to come and find out.
All right, fair enough. To wrap that up, it says Chef who is the
Plaintiff?
what was he, the lawyer?
Lawyer.
The lawyer representing the family says the lawsuit aims to provide justice to the family and serve as a warning to all those who endanger our children. Which I think they actually, I think they took all the chips down. They don't do that anymore. You're not allowed to do the one chip challenge unless you find it somewhere.
Yeah,
so.
I haven't seen them.
In between these
That's,
statements, he lit a cigarette.
Pocky does have like a less hot chip. They don't have that one, but
They make bags of
that
chips.
one that comes in the coffin is no longer on the shelves. I don't think.
No more.
I think I threw away my
Sal
other
Morte.
topic. I think I threw it away.
You're telling me it was a throwaway topic?
I found it
Oh,
from the garbage.
we got it. From
Here's
the,
our topic
from the
today.
G-bag.
All right, so now what I wanted to talk about because I was feeling a little nostalgic. I came across it. I just did
Fuck,
this-
Phil!
I just did the same
Sorry.
thing, but mine was on the rug, so you didn't hear it. I was feeling a little nostalgic because this came across my Instagram feed the other day, and I was like, no shit. Did you guys know that August 1st of this year is the 20th anniversary of MySpace? Was its 20th? It was launched in August 1st, 2004.
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
Isn't
it
that
was
something?
launched when I was a sophomore? What the fuck? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense because I was out of high school.
I think that was the biggest storm of social media that we had ever seen, or that America, that the world had ever seen, right?
That was
There's the
other
biggest
than
one.
AOL Instant Messenger. It was like
Which
there
always
was,
went hand in hand with
Yes.
MySpace. It always
Yep.
went hand in hand with MySpace. You
Yeah.
had both up on your computer.
What was it? Your top 8?
Yeah,
eight,
top
man.
eight.
Top 8
Yeah.
or top 6?
So I wanted
Something
to.
else, yeah.
I
And
have
then,
a whole
like-
bunch of stuff.
And like your people, like some friends would get insulted if you like took them out of your top 8
Yeah.
or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
oh man,
yeah. So that's actually the very first thing on here. I have some stuff, some topics to remember when on MySpace here, if you wanted to touch about some of that stuff. And then I also asked the guys here to. We're going to rip apart some of our old MySpace era pictures. I thought that would be fun to do. We'll post them on the YouTube video. So if you want to watch, if you want to see those pictures, go and grab the YouTube video and watch. And see for yourself how cool we were back in the day. So number one here was right. Like you just said, ordering your top 8 friends caused all the drama.
Yep.
Sure, you might have had 472 MySpace friends, but it was those top 8 places that you could pick and proudly display on your profile page that you agonized over. And boy, did your choices cause a fuss. It was 8 tiny squares that could make or break relationships as well as your social standings. That with you and your friends. So I remember feeling awesome when I went to somebody's page that I liked, and oh my god, I'm number 8. I'm on their page. I made it.
Or like
I
if
made it.
you're dating somebody, you put them as the number
You
1.
have
Yeah,
to,
you
and
had
if you
to.
do, you move
There's
them if you're
protocol.
mad at them or something, or if you wanted to
Jesus.
see if they were still together. Oh, he's not on her top 8 anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Forgot
Yeah.
about that.
that was crazy, man. Wasn't that shit nuts?
Yeah. Okay. Did anybody like pay anybody to design their wallpaper?
No, I just was coding.
Because I remember all those people like that. They'd have all these crazy fucking designs
Have
and
you
animations
seen,
and stuff.
Did you see this? Because that's the next topic.
Get out, really?
Yes. Finding the perfect wallpaper took hours, and we all became HTML coders overnight.
Not
So-
me. I never did it.
You get to pick the cursor
one of
and
my
the color.
first bosses created a company like that, and then dropped out of college dropped out of high school because he sold it, and that's how he started his fortune.
Wow.
Yeah,
No
and now
way.
he owns like 5 restaurants in Florida and shit like that, and like multiple companies.
No
That-
way.
yeah, that was. I remember that. That was like a big thing. Like you used to
Pick the
you'd
background.
Spend hours.
It'd
just
have to
designing
title.
over-
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd have to title
You'd
and
find
skew
people.
across. and-
I remember
The
when.
cursors too, right?
I
you
remember-
could change the
Yeah.
cursors.
You could change the music on your profile.
Yeah, no,
when
there was
people
a
got
kid
there.
that designed an HTML media player,
Mm.
and then you would be able to bring in music, and you could play whatever you wanted.
Dude.
And that's what also launched MySpace into being huge for bands.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bands.
Absolutely.
Bands
I
were
just
big.
tried to Google my MySpace music if it was still up, because I saw it like 3 months ago and I couldn't find it again.
Yeah, I wish that I still had my MySpace page just for nostalgic reasons. Go back and see what it was all about. But I remember talking about wallpapers and things like that. I had my MySpace hacked once.
Oh, really?
I don't know
Oh,
who.
did you really?
And it was all naked black guys as my background. Oh my God. And I was like, who did this? Was it you, Dylan? I thought it was my friend Dylan. I was like, he couldn't get my password. He didn't know
Yeah.
my fucking password. But what you were saying, though, instantly pausing everyone's profile songs was what people remember going
Yeah.
on MySpace. Was just like, I spent for hours picking the perfect song on my profile. No one's going to pause mine, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But you instantly pause everyone else's.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They would instantly start playing like, where's the pause button? And sometimes they weren't visible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes the player wasn't even visible.
You had to look for it.
And you had to go look for it. How about everyone's best friend, MySpace Tom?
Yeah.
There he was.
Tom.
Did you
Oh,
unfriend
man.
him,
Son of
or
a
could you
bitch.
unfriend him? I forget.
I think you could.
You could take him out of your top 8 for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could remove him from your friends, but there he
Yeah.
was with the white shirt and the
Did you?
whiteboard behind him, like smiling. Like
Where
that
is
was,
he now?
Did you?
He's a photographer now. He's a landscape photographer, and that's what he travels the world and does photography. That's his
Good
thing.
shit.
He
Good
got
for
out
him.
right at the.
No,
He's a
dude.
very good landscape photographer, or like photography in general. If you look at his Instagram, it's very good stuff.
Did you guys ever see Funny People with Adam Sandler and Seth
Yeah,
Rogen?
of
Yeah,
course.
wow.
Remember
yeah.
they did the MySpace.
Yeah.
They did the MySpace.
They did a charity event, yeah.
and he goes.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and Tom was there.
I haven't seen that movie in years.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have to
and then
revisit
saw
Seth
it in
Rogen
theaters
tells
with you, I think.
Adam Sandler to say "fuck Facebook," but then like James Brown does it on stage before him.
Yeah, he
No
says, "Fuck
way.
Facebook
Yeah,
in the
That.
face."
I gotta see that.
I mean, I
Facebook.
remember when people started talking about Facebook. It's like, I'm getting a Facebook. Like, this is dumb. I have this already. It's
Yeah.
MySpace. I already
Yeah.
have this. You
Well-
can't even change your profile. That's
Well, at first
stupid. You know.
you couldn't
do anything.
have like as far as I remember me like with all my friends that went away to college.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't have.
You had to
Facebook.
have a .org.
No, you had to have a
edu. I mean, edu. Domain
And
email address.
and only certain. So I had friends that went to Princeton, and Princeton was able. They got it like right after it started at Harvard.
Ivy League schools were first.
Yeah. So it started
Wow.
there first, and then like
How,
a year, 2 years later, then all schools, and then within 3 or 4 years, then it became
opened
open
it
to everybody.
everyone. Yeah, it was weird. It was a weird time. How about on MySpace, the bulletins with quizzes? You remember
Yeah.
the quizzes on there?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you'd fill them out to see if your crush would have the same answers, or like maybe you'd just copy their answers.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that
yeah. I forgot
how
about that.
compatible we are,
I
or
forgot.
something like
Yeah,
that.
Oh my God.
Remember that?
Man.
The
wall.
Yeah, and how
The
about
wall.
The
wall.
wall. And how about what was the ones where it was like a crazy story and it's like, if you don't repost this,
Oh
You're
yeah,
gonna
some
die.
girl's gonna come from
yeah.
from under your bed or some
Yeah.
shit like that. What was that?
Your whole family's gonna.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing with like the chain letters. Do you
Yeah,
remember
if you
chain
don't
letters?
forward this to
Yeah.
any
Back
of
in
your
the
friends,
day.
You
yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
Yeah. It's essentially it's essentially the what is it Ethiopian princes now that need like $500 right now.
You ever see those old people that got scammed with that and they just never stopped? Their family members were like, "Stop! You are plowing through our inheritance. Stop it!" And they're like, "No, it's really gonna go." And they could just. I don't feel sorry for those people. Sorry.
Yeah,
My
there was
phone's
just
hacked.
a lot of drama with Facebook too, with MySpace too, with cryptic bulletins, public breakups. There was a lot of that, and then for a little while, didn't they have MySpace Instant Messenger too?
That's still a thing. MySpace Messenger is an app.
It is.
Is it?
It's still an app. Yeah, MySpace Messenger.
Who do you
They had their
communicate
proprietary
with?
messenger.
I
app.
don't. I may have gotten off MySpace at that point.
It was towards the end of MySpace's run.
Yeah.
They had an instant messenger app.
No, but I remember they rebranded and went to like
Like
music
10,
only.
like 10, 12 years ago, something
Yeah.
like that. They went to music
because
only.
it was one of the most popular music places to
so
find
they tried to
new
go back
music.
to that. Yeah. And it still kind of was really
That's
nothing. But
crazy.
you remember seeing this when you would log in? You'd see like see like new messages, new picture messages, new comments. Did you
I
see
remember
those?
That,
I don't
that was like
remember that.
checking it at like the end
Yeah.
of school. After school, you'd come home and check it. And
New comments, new messages, new picture comments. Who was it? I hope it was somebody I like. Oh, it was,
Yeah.
it was
No.
not. It was not at all. So that was good. And then finally was perfecting the perfect selfie. And
Yeah.
picture,
God, the
mirror
MySpace
picture.
MySpace voodoo, where the girls would always take a picture from.
Remember the
Yeah.
MySpace the movie, the YouTube video, with the it was like Yeti with Yita. You don't remember that?
No.
I met a girl of mine. Her name is Yita. We're gonna go meet her at the bar. And it's a Yeti.
No, I don't remember that.
It's so old. It's from like 2005.
Oh,
it's so
man.
funny.
No, I
Getting
But yeah, dude.
catfished on MySpace was easy because of the MySpace
Yeah.
angle.
So MySpace selfies, complete with moody expressions and emo fringes, were a trend long before Facebook and
Oh,
Snapchat.
God.
Unlike today's smartphone selfies, though, these required mirrors and actual cameras. And if no mirrors were handy, holding the camera high above your head usually did the trick. And that's
Do you
actually
know why?
what mine was.
Call it
What?
the MySpace iceberg.
yeah, that's exactly it.
What was it? Oh, the MySpace iceberg.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know you were going to say. I'm sorry.
So I wanted to get some.
It's the high angle.
yeah,
the high
it's
angle. It makes you look
flattering.
thinner. More
So I wanted to
flattering.
get some.
Who the fuck is that?
So this is.
me.
That's Phil.
What the fuck?
He's wearing somebody's extensions.
Look at him. He looks like a member of Leonard Skinner. Look at him.
It's more.
You look Brazilian.
I get like AIDS, Ketis.
Yeah. Yeah.
How old were you in this?
Sometimes I feel like
When it- what?
wearing
This was
my
2012?
friend's hair. Sorry.
Yeah, 2012 it says. Wow.
Yeah, sure.
Holy shit.
2012 this was. So right
You
around
can see
MySpace's
how
end.
old that is
Yeah.
when with that bottle of Cuervo behind you. That's changed a lot.
And that
That's changed a lot lately.
necklace.
Pulled Instagram,
that was a
everything needed
low
a
point
filter.
in my life. I wore a fedora everywhere.
Is that an Iron Cross
really?
like the
No,
skate
almost.
the skate logo?
Oh, Bones Brigade. Yeah.
It looks like it, but it I forget where it's from. It's from I think it's from the Philippines when I visited there. But
Oh.
I wore a fedora everywhere, and then I tried to go to this party where I knew no one, and that's the girls' hair extensions that were in my hair. And then it did not turn out good, and then
Oh, nice.
so I
Wow.
put some dirty ass hair in my hair. for
Yeah.
some reason. Yeah.
Yeah,
Looks
it's
good.
fine.
So
You can always cut it.
here's another one. I didn't recognize this guy at all.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Who is that?
That's Phil.
That's when I took steroids in high school, or let's say
Wait, no
testosterone
way.
boosted.
That's
Yeah.
Phil.
Oh, your parents are blurred out.
Yeah, I didn't want to put him in the picture. For,
Okay.
I just don't recognize
He
you at
doesn't
all
want to
here.
dox him.
It
Yeah,
just
no,
looks
no.
like maybe your
I
brother
see
or
it.
something.
Yeah, I could see that being like your brother or something. You know.
Bro, you look like you're about to
Different dude,
fuck
man.
somebody up.
I was just
Yeah,
overweight.
you kind of have like school shooter vibes.
Dude,
like
He's wearing the same necklace.
Like I'm not gonna lie. It's like where were you in
Bro, your neck looks like a pit bull.
Columbine.
I didn't know that you lived in Denver, Colorado. Or
Damn.
Yo, he's got the same necklace on.
Yeah,
I
it's
do.
the same necklace. Yeah.
It's pretty close.
Look at the
chain.
Same
difference
same
of
ish
the-
symbol.
Yeah,
Did you ever wear puka shells?
I did.
I did.
No
Oh,
way.
Kyle.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember Kyle wearing.
Oh
them.
my
yeah.
God.
Hell yeah, I did, yeah.
You don't wear Crocs later in life.
All right, let's check out PJ.
All right, let's see PJ.
There he is.
Oh, you got a hat too.
Oh, that's PJ, I
Yeah.
remember.
There you go.
and different color hair.
That's sophomore year of high school.
That was his prom date.
No, that was was there to pick up the cotillion dates.
Oh.
Yeah, actually. So that was my buddy Mike. He used to work with me at Circuit City, and I hooked him up with my friend at the time, Kelly. Which, funny story is that's the house where I fucked that mom.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So was it his mom?
No, it wasn't
Oh.
his mom. We're not at his house. We're at Kelly's house.
You
at this
fucked
point.
the mom of the girlfriend?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Wait, so
Nice.
did you score with the date too?
What?
On the same night?
No. This
Oh.
is totally. This is. I fucked the mom years later. I was 15 or 16 here.
That's beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Actually, you know the surprising thing underneath that jacket, the shirt sleeves were cut off. I was wearing a black and blue striped shirt. I had a bondage belt and a 3-row spike belt underneath.
I believe
and I
that.
had full on I was a straight I was overly punk rocked.
Your
There
friend
it
looks
is
like
right
he just
there.
smelled
Well,
the fart.
this is the heavy drinking days.
Uh-oh. Is it really?
Yeah, this is when I was probably 19. I was underage definitely, but this is when I was like really like throwing them down. We were probably playing beer pong.
Jesus.
What era is this?
2004 or 5.
There you go. Yeah, that makes sense. That's peak MySpace right there.
I remember that, PJ. That
Yeah.
form of you. I remember that form of you.
Nice.
Look how
Form
yeah,
of
and
you.
then once I hit 25, man, all that beer caught up with me and stayed, and my metabolism hasn't been the same since.
No,
Oh, man.
God, dude.
But
They say we build our fat cells early in life. And you
Really?
don't get rid of them.
And you can't get rid of them.
Speaking
Oh,
of
shit.
fat, that's my.
look at this gangster.
Look at this guy.
That's when I lived.
American
Flat
Eagle
brimmed
shirt,
hat.
by the way. American Eagle.
Jeff Burton NASCAR hat. I was into the vintage shit then too.
Bro, were you like getting ready to go to Catman Don't?
Yeah. That's when I lifted, dude. Me and my buddy Benny used to lift weights every day, and
Where would you go to do that?
His basement.
He had weights.
He had
in
a
his
whole
basement?
gym in his basement, and we used to lift like crazy. Look at the fucking phone I'm holding.
Look
Yeah,
at
that's
that.
like an envy
Yeah,
or
man.
the.
It's a one that flipped a hot dog. Now I am
No,
fat. I
that's
just
the,
referred to my phone as a hot dog.
Kyocera.
with the touch
And
screen
The
on the front.
VX,
Envy?
LG VX 1000 or
got
something.
that hard as fuck. like
Erickson? No.
you know what that looks like? That actually looks like his headshot for Jersey Shore tryouts.
It does.
A little bit.
You got
like, could you imagine if you were gonna be on the Jersey Shore
Very
with like
much so.
Pauly D?
Oh
and
yeah.
Dude, I was a fucking swelt man back then. I miss those days.
Swelt?
Svelte, yeah, dude.
Svelte?
Smelt and smelt.
Swelt.
Yeah.
Here's
Swelt is
Svelte.
something else.
Here's unswelt.
Whoa!
Oh wow.
Look at this kid.
Unswelt.
Pussy.
Unswelt.
No,
This
Wow.
must have been like.
look at his with his I'm gonna go tell mom and dad face.
I was gonna say like it lured into a van face, but yeah.
Look
Yeah.
at him. He's
This
lording.
is like
I'm so sweet and innocent.
He's lording over his computer to show
he's-
everybody.
Yeah, he's like, oh my
Hey, what is
god!
that? Is that-
Somebody
yeah.
just called me a blowjob. What's a blowjob?
What's a blowjob?
This
You know
is
what this is funny is
This
that
is
the-
pre-Google.
I was messing with my camera settings and it was like cycled to the furthest date that the camera could do.
Yeah, that's what to say.
And I was like, holy shit, that's next year. That's how old this is.
Yeah,
this
that's
is from like,
crazy.
I think this is 2006
What are you
or
looking
7.
at on Walmart.com?
So, first of all, in
Were
the
you showing
background,
off?
if you look, there's AIM.
There's aim.
Pern.
And over here, I'm looking at fucking phones. This is, there's the other one. We'll get to that
Whoa.
next. Look at this. Look, I'm looking at like the freaking Envy
Oh yeah.
on Walmart.com.
Oh yeah, the little clamshell.
Look at
next
these
to it.
phones I'm shopping because I didn't have a damn phone.
Was you showing off 2 monitors?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because like nobody really did that back
Yeah.
then. It wasn't really a thing. As much.
I did. I had
It was
dual.
less common.
I had dual CRT monitors.
Holy shit!
I built a computer and it was a brand new. It was like Nvidia had just come out with like the GTX. Like
yeah.
it was like the first like
150 or some
yeah,
shit.
dude. It was like the first 128 gig graphics card.
2 VGA ports on
and,
it.
It had a component
A component
and
yeah.
a VGA, I think.
So one was
maybe.
component.
Yeah, one was.
Oh my God.
Not component. What was the
DVI.
DVI.
It was DVI
It
and
had DVI
VGA.
and
Nerds.
Yeah, and I remember.
This is what it sounds like when you start talking about money. By the way, that's what I hear. Yeah. So
Something really weird. I really want to touch a CRT monitor when it first with the
Dude,
back
right
of my
here.
hand.
If you
And
do it
just,
right
like,
here,
yeah.
you'll get it. I wonder if I could put the microphone to it. Right?
It's so weird, but I
Here, let
miss
me
that
try.
feeling.
I have a TV behind me, so I'm going to try right now. Oh, did it do it? Did it even turn on? There it is.
Yeah.
It's like the best ASMR.
Yeah.
Hear the
Dude,
static
that is-
clicking on my
I'm
fingers.
fully
That is-
erect. What?
Oh, great. Gay SMR. Great, Phil.
Gay
Thanks.
SMR. So then here's one more. I remember this one because this is Kyle's shirt, not mine.
God.
I wanted to look cool with a Hollister
What
shirt.
a baby.
Yeah, dude. That's
Dude,
very
the
little.
shed has all the black trim on it. That's a long time ago.
And that keyboard is right over there, actually. It's still here.
Wow.
But that was, I remember I put that shirt on because it was Kyle's and it didn't fit him much anymore, he said, so I started wearing it. And I remember you commented on my MySpace picture and you were supportive. You were like, hey, that's my shirt. Keep it, man. You rock. The Hollister looks good on you or something like that. It was like when the brands were like all the rage. You go to the
Yeah.
mall, you go to, what was it? It was Abercrombie & Fitch, American Eagle, and Hollister were the ones, right?
Yeah.
Which ones did you guys dove in the most? Any of them? Or
I couldn't walk into
I couldn't
them.
afford- I
My-
couldn't
I
afford
used
it.
to
I
buy
was-
Abercrombie sandals every year.
the
my
perfume and the
head-
cologne,
yeah,
right?
I would just go right to PacSun.
You know what? I remember I took a picture of you in the basement playing the guitar, and you made that your MySpace picture. You had one foot in the air. It was like a low shot.
Oh, yeah.
And the caption was something like, camera got into the wrong hands. It's what you
Something
wrote.
stupid, yeah.
I remembered that.
And then my first
what year is
photo,
this?
my first,
this is
my
probably 13 or 12.
2012, yeah, probably.
I mean, I'm trying to think back to like, I remember, do you guys remember at all what one of the songs were that you had playing on your MySpace page? Like for me, it was
Oh,
like
wow.
Dire Straits. because I liked the fact that I liked what nobody else liked.
I think
So I had Dire Straits
I had
Walk of Life.
Misfits for a while.
That makes sense.
There were Misfits.
Misfits is the
Yeah,
best.
I would say CKY or Thrice.
Yeah. Oh,
CKY?
What was it?
Yeah.
29
Yeah.
Bitter Beans or whatever.
Down
99.
Yeah.
That was a very popular
98, 98.
Yeah.
It's better than Dave Matthews. Got a song about ants.
Rock that brother.
That guy's bizarre, man. He's very bizarre. But
Yeah, where were we?
where were we? MySpace songs.
He
Picture-
dumped
oh, yeah.
poop into the ocean.
Yeah, I can't remember. There was probably because I know there was a playlist at one point.
Yeah. But that was just a good time, man. I miss it a lot. I wish it was kind of that simple nowadays, but there was still like I remember the first big story about like some girl killing herself over online bullying. And that was the first time I was like, holy shit, that can happen.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And
And we haven't learned anything since.
no, you remember FormSpring?
Yes.
FormSpring was horrible.
Yeah.
It was
Like a
it was a
web-
website where anybody could anonymously ask you questions. And it just caused so much. It was like, do you like anyone and shit like that? But then it just turned into straight anonymous bullying.
Yeah.
And people
Yeah.
were killing themselves, and they had to shut it down.
Well, I mean, there's
That was nuts. That was a nuts time. That was weird, and it was all just sparking drama about relationships and shit. Is all it did. It
Yeah.
was bad. Kyle's sending me more random pictures. Why are you sending me these pictures?
It's a cat licking its asshole.
See him on the computer. Those are my Pokemon cards.
My asshole, my anus, getting
great.
cat buttholes famous.
yeah.
But
I mean, that's what they say. Like, what the big problem is now with like social media, because you can actually see where kids start,
yeah, without a
But-
doubt.
with that suicide. That
The anxious generation.
yeah.
And didn't they say the Surgeon General wants to put a label now on social media, like they do cigarettes? They
mean-
kind of should. They can. I mean,
Why
not
don't they
that,
put
not
us
that it's
all in
going to do
fucking
much.
bubbles?
It's not going to do much,
No,
but
it's not really going to do anything.
But I think the stigma is now there. It used to be all about like, let's do it, let's get on social media, everybody do it, and that still might be the mentality with kids. We're not kids anymore. But there
It
is
changes.
also it is also the most aware anybody's ever been about the negative effects of social
sort
media.
of.
I-
There could be more education into it.
Without a doubt.
There is.
Without a doubt. It's got its so many
If
flaws.
somebody wants to do something or is going to do something, I had the biggest eye-opening experience with labels and warnings when I was in Ireland. They sell pictures of cigarettes with like dead babies,
Oh, yeah.
with people's
Oh,
lungs
wow.
ripped out.
They do that in Canada too.
That's
It's
awesome.
Brutal
That's so
photos,
funny.
and they're like, "This is what happens when you smoke." You're like, "I'll take 2 packs,
Wow.
please."
Yeah.
Like, they don't care.
That's so aggressive.
Yeah, I bought cigarettes in Canada, and it was like you see like the pictures of
like black lungs.
lungs, and like I think there was
Can
like a
you imagine?
stillborn baby and
Imagine
shit.
getting like a thing of
Yeah.
Jameson and it's like a car accident on the side of the
Yeah.
bottle. Like, holy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
but after
aggressive.
a while, you're so desensitized to it.
yeah, you get
You just
Yeah, that doesn't do anything. It just makes
'Cause
you
you're like, you know what?
desensitized. You're right.
I want the thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No, I think honestly, it's like because it's like you go back and you look at things. You're like, I wish they would have taught me this in high school, like things like
Dude,
taxes, shit
fucking
like that.
taxes, number
Right?
one.
I think they should like sexual education. I think they should prepare people for the internet.
Yeah.
You know,
Prepare
like
people
there's-
for the internet.
prepare
without
people
a doubt.
for the internet.
I mean, nowadays, yeah, because when we were little, it was all just be safe in those
That's
chat
the one
rooms.
I remember that.
yeah.
That's all it was. Be safe
yeah.
in chat rooms
Yeah,
was
yeah,
all I
yeah.
remember. Chat rooms are dangerous.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy
Yeah.
shit.
That's all it was. But nowadays, the dangers are so much more prevalent. It
Yeah.
needs to be put out there like an
Yeah.
online safety course.
Yeah.
Well, it probably won't happen. Because
No,
you don't even
and-
get like regular home ec, like learning how to do, like just be a productive member of society. Owning a home, you find all these things out there. Like, why didn't anybody tell me I need to know how to do this? Why don't I need to know how to do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Come-
You
but-
need the right celebrity's kid or the right population to make a
start doing
change.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
You're
It's
right.
sad, but it's true.
Yeah.
No, but mental health.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I think also like we need to number one, just as a country as a whole, take care of mental health,
Yes.
but also at the same time, like let's actually try to help people.
Yeah.
Because I think there's this underlying current of people, therapists, they like collecting a check. They don't necessarily want to help you get better.
The biggest problem is
Some.
is companies that don't pay for it or believe in it.
Well, there's that too.
That's just
But because I think
bullshit.
there are things like, for example, different psychedelic therapies that I've talked about time and time again.
You
Really?
know.
That have been proven to work on a consistent basis, whether it's
Relentlessly.
microdosing,
No.
like whether it's microdosing or going going ham and having a big an extreme dose.
Yeah, I know.
And being able to
what you mean. Yeah.
You know,
and it totally changes your perspective.
It changes your
things.
perspective,
Yes.
but also it helps you deal with traumatic instances.
Yes.
And deal with that.
Yes.
To where you can move on with your life and live a happier life.
These are the kinds of things, like all tying into the mental health. That's what needs to be taught in schools. And you know what else should be taught in schools along with mental health? It's just maybe some hint. I know they do it in history, but like what we were talking about in the Trump episode was just political sensitivity, political awareness, and being okay with your fellow man not agreeing with you. Okay, just do that, please.
Actually,
don't shoot the guy if you don't like him.
There was a statistic. There was a statistic recently.
It's easier said than done. I know
that the younger generation is actually putting down their phone more.
This next generation,
like this one, like I don't know if it's beyond Z, whatever.
I don't know what one is after Z.
Does any of you guys have practices that you do to try to deter yourself from the phone?
No,
or
I'm
you just
fully
turn it off and put it away?
No. It's
no. I'm fully addicted.
Wait. Where's the?
I'm just easily distracted.
Where's the power button?
Turn it off.
And
Yeah.
Boop.
So what I do, because I need my phone on during the day at work and
That's it.
stuff,
And it's cracked.
I don't give a fuck.
I have a shortcut I do where it can only show one page. I made a different page on my home screen that's just a few select apps like maps and music and things like that and stretch, and it's just locked to that one, and it's just a boring background. Just to make it not as enticing for me to you're in it. I'm waiting for the elevator or something. I'm waiting to do something. I'm on Facebook or I go to TikTok, and all of a sudden I'm watching an elderly dog die in someone's arms. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Did you
It's awful.
Are you on the new iOS?
No, the beta.
The beta?
No.
Okay, because I know now like you're able
What
to
is
do
it?
that. Like there's the new iOS that's coming out.
Yeah.
It's got a ton of AI
That-
features. I can't wait for it too.
That makes me nervous a little bit.
Yeah, that's a different hole. I didn't even get distracted.
No. But what I'm saying is like there's so many more like themes and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So you can make everything monochrome.
Yes.
So that way it's not as
ready?
like
1, 2, 3.
yeah.
I have that too.
But like it's even. But the thing is, even like the shapes and things like that, like it changes it to like
yes. Yeah, you can change the color of the standard iOS apps from their regular bright selves to a dark version.
right. And then there's also I think it changes
And
the icon too to
It
like
changes the actual icons.
Yeah.
Yes, it's just to make it. There's a lot more customization. You can put the apps anywhere, a la Android. And there's going to be a lot of stuff. I like using AI in my everyday life for helping me reword things. When I'm trying to get an idea out in an email and I want to sound professional, I just word vomit to it and I say, reword this for me. And it comes out perfect. And if I can have something built into my computer or my phone where I just right click and have it do it, cool.
Yeah.
I'm
The
ready
problem
for it.
is-
and Siri needs AI so bad. She's fucking useless.
Sure, but
Siri's a piece of shit.
My question is how intrusive is it going to get?
well, they spent like 30 minutes in that thing explaining it, right?
Pisses me off
Yeah,
so
but
much.
is
I
it going
try
to
to
be?
communicate.
Is it going to be at an
That sucks.
operating system level?
Level. Yeah, yes, that's what they say. That's why it's only limited to 14 and up.
Yeah,
The
but
AI
that's, dude,
features.
that's fucking. I don't know.
Well, more to come on that
Yeah.
because I actually think that the iOS release itself comes months before the AI portion comes out.
Yeah,
They're still working on that.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited for that. But it's just there's lots of ways to help you practice to get your phones down and to just look up a little bit more, and you'll start to realize before you know it that social media didn't fill anything in your
Yeah.
life. It didn't change your life at all. Just do your own
Look
fucking
at
thing.
look at
Made it
It changed
worse.
mine a little bit.
look at what's his face? Christopher Nolan.
Who's that?
Christopher Nolan, the famous
Director.
director.
Oh,
He doesn't use email.
Yeah.
and he has a flip phone.
good for him.
And,
Bill Murray
right?
uses a
Witness-
answering machine still.
I am so eager to get my hands on a dumb phone. Did you ever see those that have
Yeah.
the e-paper displays?
Yeah,
I want one of those.
Well, no, but like
looks
he has
awesome.
he has a flip phone because he says like, and it actually makes sense. Like nowadays, like you sit in a doctor's office and you're waiting, you're sitting there in the waiting room, and you're like you said, the elevator, like you're sitting there, you're going through. It's like those experiences of feeling uncomfortable and bored and stuff like that.
It's human
and
nature.
taking in the world and stuff. Number one, boosts creativity.
Yeah.
Puts you
Without
in
a doubt.
situations that and you would see things that you wouldn't normally see.
right.
Yeah,
right.
I was
right.
talking about this with somebody yesterday.
Yeah.
iPad kids is the worst thing that ever happened because
Yeah.
they're not creative anymore. They're not
Talking to
learning.
Billy
they're
about
not,
it.
Right.
Yeah, they're not learning to use their imagination. They're just looking for Blippy on YouTube and stuff
Yep.
like that.
PJ
That's all they
knows
want.
Louis.
what. Shh,
Yeah.
stupid.
What were you trying to play, Phil?
Yeah, I love you, PL. We will never take over.
Is that what he said? Oh.
I trained Siri to recognize my voice so I can write anything.
Oh,
and
right.
it'll say
I remember
in
you
my
saying
voice.
that.
Yeah.
Didn't you show
I
that
tried
on Saturday, up on the ride up to Boston?
Yeah.
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 That's right.
Wow.
It takes
Yeah.
about 15 minutes to do.
Yeah, you just read
Yeah.
different sentences or something?
Yeah.
Wow.
So speaking of AI,
It says fuck you.
Say it again. Do it again. I want to hear it
it
better.
was-
Right in the front of your phone, of the microphone. Do it. I want to hear it good.
Eat my ass, mofo.
That does sound like you. Wow.
I downloaded a song AI thing, and today I did it for the podcast. I didn't know if we were going to get into AI, but this is, I said, write a song about crapping your pants on the Garden State Parkway on the way home from a bird preserve, because I did that like 10 years ago.
Let me see if I can get you a cable here and we'll play it.
Historic.
Then historic, and like
it's like one of
10,
those
12 years
movies.
ago. We were
See if it
little,
works.
probably 20 years ago.
in
Do
20
you remember
years
that? I
ago,
pooped my pants when we were coming home from the Plain
Kyle
Bird
Saint
Preserve when I was little.
Left
Yeah,
the
we
bird
stopped at the light
preserve.
bulb stores.
Yes!
Yeah, I do
Tyler
remember that.
remembers the day.
Because you clogged the toilet when you poured it out here.
Yes.
They say
Ready?
there's a phrase.
Let's see if it plays.
"Shit's
Just play.
Here,
like a
your
seagull."
house?
No, at home. I mean,
Oh,
I feel
okay,
like I'm at
we were
home.
little kids.
You are at home.
Garden State, cruising through the trees. Stomach churning, had too much cheese. Nature center, majesty so grand. But now my pants ain't sticking to the plan. Birds chirping, deer in the grass. My bowels decided to move fast. Clenching tight, emergency lurking. Nature called, but my guts start murking. White blues can't hold these hues. Stuck in traffic, no time to choose. Clapping my pants, can't make a move. Nature's call, it's a dirty groove. Wow! Inventories in distress. Shorts and seats, what a stinky mess. Radio's blaring, but can't drown out the horror story that's unfolding now.
Oh, wow.
Exit's coming, gotta hold it down. Too late now, should've left town. Rest stop dreaming, but it's too far. Parkway Shane became a scat star.
Whoa! Scat star.
Yeah! Listen to the car.
My Corolla's now a crime scene. Keep it squeaky clean.
I didn't tell it to do Corolla.
Dirty Mike in the voice.
What? That's freaking nuts.
It gives you two versions, but we don't have to listen to the other one.
Wow, the lyrics are great.
No, you not.
I could do one right now. Ready? I'm going to do it live on the show. All right, we're going to do it Mad Lib style.
Okay, fine. We got a minute. Phil has to leave soon, so we'll
Yeah.
be quick.
All right, give me give me a funny situation or something.
Dr. Ruth.
Okay.
Dr. Ruth spaghetti
and
ass.
Dr. Ruth and Richard Simmons have a secret love affair.
With Furby.
Okay.
And a double-ended dildo.
Yeah, I want Furby in there.
Yeah. Throw a Furby in.
All right.
With Furby and a dildo. With a Furby.
I don't think it uses like stop words.
Oh.
Dildo might.
Dildo
Yeah,
would
fuck
just
it.
stop it.
Try
And
it.
I mean, how about like in a tornado or something?
What about adult toy? Or yeah, tornado.
During Toyotathon.
Nailed it. I'm glad we got there.
I was gonna say that or the can sale, or ShopRite's can
Why
sale.
does no one know that? Like
in the
it's like-
style of Tupac.
Oh.
Oh my God! It did it.
It did it.
Hold
All
on,
right,
it's
let's hear
loading
this.
right now.
All right,
Hang
all right.
on.
Oh, I
It's
can't
loading.
wait.
So I think it's funny because something like this, you can use it for fun things like we have for the podcast. It's still loading, so we
I'm
gotta
waiting for it
kind
to
of.
load. I'm
Okay.
looking for it.
Imagine like road trips too. Like it's probably a good
Yeah,
tool.
yeah, yeah.
It's in
That's
the
a lot
theme,
of fun.
and it chooses the style based on the prompts you give it. You can let it choose randomly what style, like pop,
Based
punk,
on
whatever.
what you fed it, it'll
go.
try to pick the best.
Turn me
one.
up.
You got it.
But I can't generate that content for you.
Oh.
How about a fun and upbeat song with a quirky theme instead? Give me a
You just got Rick rolled.
Yeah.
You just got GPT rolled.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I got to reword it. No, we're getting it.
Because was the adult toy
Listen,
the
listen.
no?
All right,
Listen.
They just made a song about the directions.
I really have to pee.
So do I.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna have
Why
to
don't we
hold
do
the
this
end of my-
next time? That's
AI
a
song,
great.
AI
That's
songs,
a great. That's a very good game to play with the show.
Yeah.
We could even do a Mad Libs and turn it into a song later.
I guess we could. I changed one word. Can we just see if it works?
All right, fine, do it.
I don't want to get Rick
Play it.
Roll. It's
Oh, you said play it.
no. I said it's going. It's
I'm
called
sorry.
Furby Fever.
I'm gonna.
Furby Fever.
And it changed it from pop to synth-driven pop. I don't know what that means.
That means
more like
80s.
80s. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's try it.
Paul's in his pants.
Oh my God! Look at this.
Dr. Ruth and too, dancing under moonlit hue. Furby whisper secrets true. At Toyota Thorn we flew. Furby fever in the air. Laughter filling everywhere.
Oh, we should have thrown Dr. Phil in there.
We do declare love and fun.
Oh my God, it gets good.
Richard's moves are lightning bright. Furby's eyes glow through the night. Dr. Ruth with wisdom light. Together everything feels right. Furby fever in the air. Laughter filling everywhere.
What's stopping somebody from doing this and then just like making it themselves in real life and saying it's their
Nothing.
song?
Nothing.
Nothing.
That's the scary part.
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
But yeah,
That's nuts, man. So
I mean,
Good
listen,
stuff.
listen. You're gonna end up getting those people that are gonna do it, and it's fine. Like there are stand-up comedians that are using AI to write jokes, but just to get the general idea and wording
Keep it
of it,
queued up. I
because
want that to be the
ChatGPT sucks at
job.
writing.
keep
doesn't
it
know
queued up.
humor.
I want that to be the outro.
Like the things it does that are funny, they're unintentional.
yeah.
Like if you say write me a funny script, it's like knock knock.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
Come on.
It's the
Yeah, you gotta feed it everything.
Yeah,
That's
it
why
doesn't
you have a
grab its
chat
balance.
with multiple
Yeah.
things to keep it going. So there you go. That's Full Slice Podcast. That's the latest episode. Thank you for listening. Thank you for
Good night.
Good night.
streaming.
And do you know where your children are?
Yeah, and be nice to your Furbies.